Well, welcome everyone to tonight's stream of No Man's Sky. Hopefully you were joining in without being, infected. Hopefully you were just either on quarantine on your own or you are still good and healthy and working. Oh, yeah, already getting a hostile scan. Fine. Yeah, no, you're not getting any of my stuff. I need some entertainment. So let's shoot some bandits. Because, you're not getting my stuff for free. There we go. And boom. All of a sudden, there's other ships coming in to help. A little late there, guys. You could have shown up quicker to help me out. So I am here to try and find a planet in the system, which is supposed to be an interesting planet, something for the void egg to want to hatch. And let me see. Yeah, so I got the moon. There's 2 moons and 2 planets, and I scanned 1 moon. That's a planet. I guess the other moon is somewhere on the other side of the planet that I'm not seeing it. Yep. Plated moon. Oh, that seems like it could be interesting. Let's check out the plated moon, because it doesn't tell me what planet. It just says, interesting planet, lots of colors. Hi, Ricky and Killer and William and Chris. Thank you all for joining in. Oh yeah, this must be it, right? Plated planet. And from what I understand, I'm supposed to switch my view. Where is it? That, yeah. Because I'm looking for certain coordinates, even though I hate flying in this style. Look at that. It's hexagonal plates, and they keep getting smaller and smaller. This is another interesting planet. It's funny how many planets have, like, certain things, like hexagonal shape, pillars. We've got, this right here. We've got some that look like dodecahedrons. And you got these things that look kind of like, I guess, tentacles coming off. Well, the egg's not doing anything. The egg does not appreciate this planet, I guess. Powerful anomalies, strange colors. Okay, well, this has got some strange colors, right? It's definitely got some interesting anomalies. I mean, right? Look at that. What kind of world is going to be, stained glass window world? That's what it is. It's a stained glass window planet. That's what it looks like. Hello, Bradley. I'm trying to get the living ship, Chris. I haven't had time to play since last stream on this. I've been doing other games and just trying to keep up with stuff. Normal life. And that planet just changed colors. I think that was the other planet. Tell me what it is. I wish they fixed that in the next update. It's been long enough that, you're looking at a planet or moon and there it goes, finally. Man, it changed colors. I don't see it being this place now. I mean, it's acidic planet. I would think it's not that one. It could be. I guess we're just going to go to each planet and see what happens. See if I get a message, something from the egg. There's only so many places in this system I can go. That's a little delayed on the big brightness spot there that just popped up out of nowhere. Just gonna shoot everything. I feel like my instant knife fires faster with this ship than I did on the last one. I mean, I've got more upgrades. Well, thank you, Game Mode. William, glad you're enjoying the Minecraft. I'm definitely enjoying it more than I thought I would, considering how much I've played it in the past, kind of expected it would be the same thing again. I would just be like, well, here we go, back to good old Minecraft, same thing, different day. That's gotta be the plated one, because you can see the, like, hexagonal type shape there. I guess it's, we'll try this one. We'll see if this does anything. I don't know why it's so difficult to, when you're looking at it, let me target the planet. Like, I'm looking straight at it and it can't target, you know, to scan or anything. Let's get that right little spot. I really need to fix that. I need to go to the North Pole of the planet. I thought it was supposed to give me a message as soon as I get in, and then each planet is based around specific coordinates for that planet. That's what I've been reading. That it's not a specific location on the planet. It's like specifically you get in there and it tells you, hey, here's the coordinates on this planet. This is the right planet. Go here. And it does say planet or specific world. I would assume that could mean the moons as well. It doesn't have to be just a specific planet. And this just looks like nothing. There's no vibrant colors here. That's definitely the wrong spot. There's nothing vibrant about that. There's no interesting colors everywhere. That's what it says. Strange colors. That is definitely not strange colors. And now, okay, so I guess the moons are locked against each other, one on each side. So I saw one, couldn't see the other, and I can't see that one because the ships keep coming into the way and still won't let me target it. I think it was the other one I went to the right there. Yes, okay, finally. Okay, come on. Apparently I have to be moving at high speed for it to let me target and scan it. Chromatic fog moon. There you go. All I had to do is just let me target it, let me scan it, and chromatic fog moon. Obviously, lots of strange colors if it's chromatic. This has got to be it. Anything else? No. Powerful anomalies. And there we go. Okay. Something 62 minus 67. And here we go. Now I have to switch to the cockpit. My least favorite view. I think they did this on purpose to make more people use this view. Because I do not like this view. Alright, we're slowly climbing on the X and slowly and decreasing on the Y. I need to decrease the Y a little faster. Nope, I'm decreasing X. Nope, nope, nope. Not decreasing the Y quickly enough, but at least I'm going in the right direction. I know that. Would I make videos for Animal Crossing? Honestly, I mean, that's not really my style. I'm much more the, you know, survival and sort of oriented games, you know, exploration, survival, and building type stuff. Animal Crossing just, you know, doesn't really fit for me on the ones like what I would normally do. I think I'm going. There we go. So I think I'm on like the right track now. We're gonna speed up a little bit by flying upwards a bit more. I do just a very minor turn, and I went from rapid increasing on the X coordinate to going negative direction on the X coordinate. Yeah, it's gonna take too long if I just do it like that. If I just keep flying this way, I'm just gonna go up into the upper atmosphere and try to. Ah! I hate this view. Like, seriously hate this view. What? Okay. Wait, what the heck? How did I warp like that super far away? Like I just jumped way off from the planet. Like I wasn't even going up at an angle. I just went straight out at that point, even though I was still moving in a direction. Well, I don't like that. Flying this way is just not very comfortable. We need to get that X coordinate moving faster. Just gonna go this way. I'm not even gonna risk it. Thank you, Chris. Glad you like the videos. All I'll say is this ship better be really impressive. Otherwise, it's nothing more than eye candy. If it does not add a huge amount of functionality, then it's going to be really just a cosmetic thing. Just to be like, oh, you've got this one, then you go buy another one, you make a second one, you just keep trying to collect them all. It's like a Pokemon for No Man's Sky, is what I'm thinking is going to end up being. See how many different variations you can find of the ships. I'm getting close. Oh, we need to actually get that going a little bit faster. Like very minor adjustments in my coordinates quickly shift in speed. Okay, yeah, just tiny little turn and I start going in reverse on the Y coordinate, the second one. 52.1. Okay, so I am like right above it. Let's switch where I can actually see stuff. Oh, there's a ship thing there. That I'm like right at that coordinate spot, so let's scan. Hi, killer. Cargo drop, okay. So, I'm assuming this is going to be one of those things where I fix somebody's ship, help them fix their ship, maybe. That's what it looks like. Take that. I feel like they could adjust that delay. Okay, no signs of damage, but hold the ship. Okay, locate and destroy bounty target. Well, I am not going to worry about that, and we've got the buried tech module just showing right up here. Like I marked it, and I did not mark it. Let me make sure it did not switch my mission. Yes, it did. Wait. Yeah. Switch to that. It's still showing the other one. That's way too far off. It gave me a new, like, species discovered 1 of 7 thing. That's interesting. I hadn't noticed that until now, that it tells you how many, I guess, creatures are left on the planet to discover. See if it does it again. Huh. They got sentinels. Oh. Nope, can't scan you. Why do they have, like, wing-like membranes when they're obviously too heavy to walk or to fly with those? Like a bad combination there. I know there's a threat. Okay, where's this threat? Is it like right here? Did he come after me? I mean, I'm here at the coordinates thing for one thing. It keeps... Go back. Yeah. I've got that set. It's supposed to be my main mission right now, and it's not doing anything for it. Living ship has some of its own upgrades. Oh, it needs to have something special for it. Otherwise, it is just a cosmetic type thing. And hey, Dragon Tech. Thanks for joining in. Oh. Some new wildlife is very excitable, moving around very quickly. Okay. It said, and it's not showing me the coordinates now because, you know, it won't switch missions. That's quite bad. And, oh, yeah, I can't even see in the bottom corner now for some reason. Like, come on. Now it's saying I'm going too far, but I can't see it because I'm not moving quickly enough. Like, seriously... I marked it. Alright, you know, I marked my active one. Not that. Go to this. Mark this. Do that. Yes. Or maybe that's part of it. Fusion of life and machine. Maybe I'm supposed to help him out. And, use that as a way, like, I basically take his ship from him. There, I'll put at least a marker on it, so hopefully I can, you know, find my way back more easily. Guess I'm gonna go fly to space and try to take out that bounty. There he is. 17 seconds, so he's very close. Come here. Oh, he's a speedy little guy. Not anymore. He is not that speedy anymore. There we go. Alright, back to my marker. Hopefully this will work. Maybe some other way? I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna see if this is it. That I went to the coordinates. Let me actually take a look at this again. This is plus 62 minus 167. Of course, it's not wanting to show that now because it's not wanting to let me switch my mission. But I'm hoping, I mean, this is right here where I'm supposed to be. I'm assuming this should have something to do with it. Or at least I get him out of the way and maybe then find what I'm supposed to do. You know, he saw me running up. Why did he sit down? Okay. So, yeah, take off. Get out of here so I at least know you're not involved anymore. And now it sets the wrong mission. 62.1 minus 167. So what am I looking for at that coordinate spot? Because that's where I'm at. I mean, like, I am plus 62 minus 167, and it is this planet. Seriously, why can't I not, like, I'm in there, why can't I look to the side instead of having to fly up and forward at a certain speed to see that? 62.1 minus 166.7. Alright, so it's like they made this as impossible to use as possible for this. This is why I don't use this view. It does not work well. And there I turn, I can't see. There needs to be a way to look around. Or just let me view the coordinates when I'm in the third person view. Okay, so it's like right here, right behind me. I mean, I looked, I'm like right here. Okay. Alright, we're gonna assume that's gotta be it. Because there's nothing else around here that stands out like that. And nothing there. Okay. Biogenesis materials. Alright, that seems to be... That's gotta be something, yeah. One consciousness bridge. Okay, what's the consciousness bridge? Alright. Consciousness bridge. Consciousness bridge. Okay, Corvat's casing. Really? I thought I had like a ton of Corvat's casing. Het site. What the heck? Het site. Where do I get het site? This is the first I'm hearing of het site. Oh, het site source. Okay. And I've got some creatures. Or, well, you know, stuff that does not appreciate me being here. Let's go get the het site. Other stuff should not be that hard. Oh, I'm under attack. I was trying to get something. Alright, so that's not... That's 5 minutes. I don't want to walk 5 minutes. We're gonna fly this. And maybe I still have some Corvat's casing in here. All the extra Corvat's casing I had that I was like, you know, I just need to get rid of this, and been using it for standing just to get rid of it. Now I actually need it for building something. PlayStation exploded. That sucks. Point of this game is to, well, you've got story, but, you know, it's really more about exploring and, you know, getting ships and just getting out there and doing stuff. It's just, it's not like there's a specific thing, like, you know, the point of Doom is to get to the end and kill all the enemies. This is, you know, you just keep playing, exploring, and doing stuff. Please tell me this is all. Yes, look at that. Plenty of hit sight from that. I did see something about security response. I don't like the sound of that. And, okay, I'm pretty sure I had some Corvax casing somewhere. Unless I finally used it all up. And I think I did. Surprisingly. That's actually impressive. That I finally used up all of my all of the Corvax casing up. And what happened to my marker? Seriously? No, come on. What happened to my marker I had here? I had a marker for a landing spot there and it's gone now. Land here, maybe I can get a Corvax casing. Let's see. Where are we? All right. Oh no, it's one of their little installation things. It's not a spot I can trade with somebody. All right. Let's see. Did I don't think there's no space station in this system, so I'm not going to be warping out. Maybe I still have some Corvax casing somewhere on the capital ship. I don't think I'd have any in my building ship cargo, but I'll check if I can't find it here. I should have pugnium, at the least, stuck somewhere. Corvax casing is going to be the tricky part. I guess I'm gonna start having to keep a little bit of those in a stockpile somewhere, just because when I think I don't need them, I'm going to need them. It's like ion batteries. At some point I want to run out of ion batteries and actually need some. That's why I've got some in storage. Actually, I've got, yeah, slime. Get rid of. Please tell me there's some for bot. No, there's not. Of course, you know, I had too much of that stuff, and now I need it. I don't have any. Yeah, let's check my storage here. I don't think I'll have any of those, but I'll at least have some, or should have. I did have some pugnium. Okay, that's surprising. I did have pugnium. I know I did. I know I had some. Where'd it go? That's concerning. Let me check this one. I know I've killed a few sentinels with the Baby Yoda ship, so there we go. Like, I know I have some. It's somewhere. Alright, so I'm missing one Corvette's casing. Hey, tell me you have one. Come on, give me... Oh, you are my friend. You are now my friend. I'm gonna be so nice, I'm gonna go buy your ship and leave you stranded. Alright, Consciousness Bridge. There we go. That's lucky right there. Just happened to catch him and be like, hey, look, you know, you have this, and he had it. There we go. Oh, and let me see. We're going to transfer that. There. Done. Yep. Okay. Here you go. Alright, rare item found. Fragile neural stem. Okay, like how you could sell it. Okay, it will ignite a new life form into existence. Must be protected while it matures. Alright. No more storm. While I am so close, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab some of that. That way I have one more if I ever need it. Let's see, what does it say for my mission now? Allow it to mature. So this has got to be the part that I just have to wait, like, how was it, 24 hours? Yeah, there is 20 hours, 19 minutes. So not even like a full 20 hours, just 19 hours, 20 minutes. I guess that means we're going to be doing some more work on the new starship, the new Star Destroyer looking thing. The big, what is it? Not the typical Star Destroyer, like the super mega one that's black and not gray. Like that. The command ship. What mine kind of looks like. Well, I really want to keep this one because it looks really good. So we got this. I'm not sure what I'm going to need that for at any point in the future, but we will stick it in storage all the same. we'll do it, you know, here. Or not do it there. Not there. Well, I want like a merged storage system. Something like that. That in the end, you know, is just like you can search everything. You know you're a legend when you're playing a Star Wars game on a GameCube. Let me think. What's the name of was it Rogue Squadron? Is that the one you're referring to? Why is there? Who put these tire tracks in here? I don't remember putting these tire tracks in here. Oh, with as much stuff as I got. Nope, still can't pull everything out. Yeah, let's. Fungal mold. This was just, I had just done this in the other one. And then we bought this ship last time. The whole point was go like that and convert it into carbon so I can easily make more carbon and keep making carbon. Actually do, you know, I'll just that there so I make sure I still have some extra pugnium later. Just in case I accidentally use up the rest and don't want to fight sentinels. Alright, let's travel, because now I'm just waiting for that to mature. What else can we do? Not gonna worry about that. Not really worry about that. Not really gonna worry about those. You know, what I'll worry about, we'll just go explore. And one thing I have not done yet is I have not used this. The freighter for ship warping. I always just summon it whenever I go somewhere. We've got a warp cell. Yeah, and oh, I need to probably make that. So yeah, let's see, cadmium. I have activated cadmium, which I should be able to pump that in there, right? Just make regular. Nope, nope, not. No. I want to make regular cadmium from it. Okay. So before I warp with this, let's find some cadmium to hopefully buy. And yeah, of course, none there. Let's see. Let's go and find some place to jump to. I am here. That's the only one I went to. Did I have any? Can't remember what the star type is for this. I feel like it was a yellow star. Means no cadmium. Yeah, we're in a green star system. If I'm seeing emerald on there, we're in a green star system. Alright, so if I am in a green star system, I really don't need emerald. Easiest option is to summon that, use that to teleport. Or maybe just find us something to do. Why should you never trust fish? Because they live in tanks. I would say, you know, similar joke, why should you never believe a fish? Because all they do is drink. I mean, they get drunk all the time. Like, ah, corny, corny, yeah. Yeah, I am not going to worry about killing 41 monstrosities because I know what that means. It means round 1, round 2 equals 41, and then round 3 of another 41. So it's going to be 82 that I have to kill most likely. Alright, we're gonna go... Ooh. Atlas Tribute Base. Hello Games. Star Bramble Village. I like the name of that. You know, we may actually jump there and check that out later. You know what? We're gonna go to... Let's go to Swifta. That's good economy there. Is the antimatter reactor good for No Man's Sky? I haven't had to use antimatter reactor any for stuff like that. Usually it's like, you know, solar power or the electromagnetic stuff. Electromagnetic's really good if you can find one close enough to where you build your base. I typically have forgotten to look for that before I build a base, and end up going completely solar power. But yeah, you know, it just depends on how much you're draining. Where is it? Oh yeah, put that there. I need cadmium. I can't remember if this is a system with cadmium. At some point, pilot's gonna come in and probably have something like that I can buy. I mean, they'll bring in emeralds, so why not bring in cadmium? Can't believe I can't take cadmium and turn, or activate cadmium and turn it back into cadmium. Let's see. That's A class, so might as well talk to this guy because he's got the better ship. Okay, let's just go ahead, buy your ship then. I've got money. A class is a smaller price, but it's a much nicer class, and that's what you want. You want A class or B. Ooh, 42 million. That'll give me a few high value parts, but not really worth it for those. I've seen it. It's not quite balanced in how much you get as you scrap them. Usually it seems like the lower priced ones have the better overall value in the end. But let's just see if he's got something. You know, I am going to sell him some stuff because I know I've got some junk now. Got plenty of emerald. Never keep any cadmium. There you go. Subatomic regulators, all that. Yeah, junk. That's just stuff from that ship being scrapped. Alright. Give me cadmium. No? Alright, you don't have anything good. Alright, fine. Let's buy your ship. Yeah, 42 million. That's fine. I've got plenty. Ooh, 2 good ones. Need to make this happen quick. Start with this one. This is a little bit better price. And I'm going to try to do this sell quickly. Nano cables, yeah, we'll get rid of that. Oh, that was hermetic seal, yeah. As long as I don't sell the egg or the brain stem thingy. Cadmium? Nope. Offer to buy. Aye. He's still here. Might make it in time. Ooh, that's also a good one. Alright, scrap, scrap, scrap. Come on. And I'm sure I have plenty I need to, yep. I have too many modules. I need to clear them, I'm sure. Alright, so 891 clusters, 603 clusters, and 299. So right there, that was over 1,500 clusters that I just got from those 3 ships. All because they were Class A's. Doesn't even matter. I mean, the 299, I guarantee that was from the really cheap one. The like 1.6 million credit ship. But because it's Class A, I get much better upgrades. You can buy a 40 million credit Class C. Still going to do better with a 1 million credit Class A. Ooh, more storage augmentation. Wonder if the storage augmentation would work on the living ship. Like, I'm gonna shove this upgrade in there. You better take it. That can go. You know, what's it? I got it. Yes. There we go. We got that. Beta indium can go there. I got that there. We'll go put that there. Ionized cobalt. Alright, I'm just gonna find a red star system that has one. I can't remember if that actually has a space station in it. I feel like I know that one doesn't have a space station. Law Bridget. I think I had that one on a space station. We'll find out. Be nice if it would give you a bit of information right here, like, oh yeah, that's a red system. You worth exchange. Okay, so apparently there is one I missed. Oh, Peko Umo. Oh, Ilmo, yeah. I guess that's how you say it. Some of these names are definitely interesting. Oral B, okay, I got a base, but I don't have, I know there's not one in there. So many systems. Give me something on here that says this is a red system. This, because I'm not seeing anything like that. And that would be really helpful right now. To know I can go to a certain place and probably buy cadmium, if not get it. Would I watch a younger kid play a video game even though he sucks at it? I would watch anybody play anything as long as I found them entertaining to watch. I'm not worried about somebody's skill unless I'm trying to learn something about the game. If I'm just watching for entertainment, then I want to make sure they're entertaining. So it doesn't matter age, doesn't matter you know, skill level. It's a matter of how entertaining they are to watch. All right, Kuwait, Uport, and Amand. I'll look for those. I'll look for those. It's gonna tell me I don't have any anything that's gonna be a red system. Come on, I'm sure somewhere I've got a red star that has a space station in it. Alright, we're gonna warp. We're just gonna do that. I'm tired of messing around. I'll warp there, and I can always summon is if needed. Or I could just go right to Royal B, which is right there. Where I have a base. Timmy, wake up. You're being too calm. Gotta liven up there. You're not being interesting enough for everybody. I appreciate the calm, but you know, I think they want you to like jump up and start doing stuff. Or at least, tell you what, do this. Look up. Oh, nope. Come here. Look up. Say hi. Okay, look up. Look up right there. Oh, yes. Alright, Timmy says hi. Would you watch to give them insight to grow better? I mean, if somebody asked me and I had the time to spare to do it, I, you know, could watch and try to give them insight. But honestly, you know, I'm not the best person to be like, how do you grow faster on this? I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years. I'm at 20,000 subscribers. I think if you really were concerned about growing fast, there's other people you could watch that would help you better. I mean, there's a bunch of channels out there, even though they don't have a huge amount of subscribers because of their niche. You know, there's a lot of channels out there that focus on how to do better on YouTube, what the YouTube algorithm does, or optimal channels to be watching to try and learn how you can improve upon your stuff. I'd just say, you know, watch your own content, think about what it is that you like watching, and try to recreate it with your own twist to it. Like, I enjoyed watching people play survival games and building type games, and I enjoyed the commentary. You know, I don't want to watch somebody that just plays and it's just the game video without commentary. I like commentary. I like to be able to see their reactions on their face. So that's what kind of stuff I create. And I think this was a bad planet to try and land on for cadmium. I'm just gonna go to my little base spot then. Somewhere nearby I will find cadmium. Was it the freighter I was needing that for? Yeah. Antimatter housing, not a problem. Oxygen filter, not a problem. Cadmium's the problem right now. I want to say there was a spot. Like, yeah, right there. I'm close to my base, but I'm going to just land here anyway. If it will let me. There we go. Too many pillars everywhere. It's just too risky to park near a pillar, I guess. Yep, cadmium deposit. Get it? Is that all of it? Alright, I think that's all of it. Yeah, I really wish they let us turn that little... Oh, you're stepping against something, so you're gonna jump and do like that kickoff thing and then use your jetpack. Why not just let it do like it used to do? Because that just times so badly. It happens in all the wrong instances. Yeah, that's why I like the ship. It's not just like TIE Interceptor. I thought more like the TIE Bomber. Because the TIE Fighter's straight. The TIE Bomber and the TIE Interceptors had the little wings that actually curved in. And I think it was the TIE Interceptors from Star Wars had the longer wings that went forward with the ship. And then the Bombers had the more square, well, you know, they didn't have the back fin like that. I'm assuming the back fin was added on this to avoid any kind of, you know, lawsuits. Like, hey, that's too close to our ship design. We're gonna sue you. Oh, of course I didn't get enough cadmium. You know, I just harvested an entire deposit. Gold deposit. Not concerned with that. Alright, we'll do that. There's no... I haven't had any storm issues here, so we'll be alright. And give me a chance to grab glitching separators. I need more of these for some building stuff in the future anyway, so might as well get it. There shouldn't be much. I mean, there'll be differences, obviously, in some of the control aspects. But since this is supposed to be online, I don't think there's going to be many differences between PC and PlayStation version for this. Though I could be wrong. But I believe this is meant to be all in one universe. So if you're playing online with, like, you know, you want to invite friends over to, like, you know, to join in on your stuff, they should be able to play regardless of whether it's PC or PlayStation. It's not a separate instance, I don't believe. And, of course, it points me to the deposit I just harvested. Because that still is not fixed in this. Cadmium deposit. There we go. We're going to get that one. I'll say it didn't look like much of a deposit there. Oh, is this one of those that's like, it's not even going to give me anything. It's just going to be a deposit. And it's like a glitch deposit. Yep, that's a glitch deposit. Because it's not giving me anything cadmium-wise. Okay, so yeah, that's the one I just came from. That's way too far. That's not targeting at all. I'll go that one. I'm pretty sure I did not get that one. I'll grab this just because it's here. And it's quicker than doing all that. Alright, that is promising, because that actually shows a deposit I can see from here. I think it was this last update that it started doing those little glitched, broken deposits, where it says it's a deposit, but it's like intermixed with the ground and you get nothing out of it in the end. I'm barely getting anything out of this one. I'm getting more silicate powder than I'm getting cadmium. Yes, just enough. Alright, let's do that before I forget. I've got, so 1 oxygen filter, 4 antimatter housings. I can do that. Aljaz, thank you for becoming a member. That's awesome of you. Thank you. I will have to add you to the members list. Thank you very much. How I worked on the living ship. Robert, you actually missed that earlier because I did work on it starting tonight. I didn't work on it since last time. I didn't have time to really work on that, so I just did it tonight. Antimatter housing and oxygen filter. They're there. I have them. Okay, so apparently they have to be in my inventory, not the ship's inventory, for it to work at this point. That's a bug. Okay, so we've got that, so I could jump further with that. But, yeah, I did work on it earlier. We got the little brainstem thing. Now I've got the, like, 20 or 19-hour countdown on it. Killed, oh, living slime. Well, that's an interesting result to get from the little burrowing crystal creatures here. They don't really look like they're slimy. I mean, they're kind of crystalline, you know, metallic looking, and yet they're giving me slime. Oh, it's a little bit brighter than normal for some reason. Huh. Considering that this planet does have life forms on it that are, you know, burrowing crystalline life forms, it's very surprising how few there are. You get like a very, like 1 or 2, maybe 3, like there was 3 at that spot I was at in one little group, and then you don't see them for a while. Like, they're not all over the place like in some other planets where you just find huge groups of animals in one spot. And then you go a short distance, and there's another big group of animals. You know, here there's like nothing. It may also be the case that I'm just kind of ignoring a lot of them because they're burrowed in the ground, and they look like the crystals that are kind of littered all over the ground. Yeah, I'll take that. Actually... Alright, almost back, and we'll get one more glitching separator. Actually, 2 more. I lied. Go grab those. I do have the other planet. I think I marked the name down last time. It's like, instead of the pillars, it's little glitchy cubes. everywhere. Like everything's just this floating type cube thing. And I've got a few of the same thing, like glitching cubes or whatever they're called, on the ship in storage. So I've got some interesting stuff to build with now. I think I kind of want to bring the ship back here where it was previously. There it goes. A parasitic metal plate. I don't think I've seen one of those yet. I mean, we did, I don't know if you were with us at the time, but we did find a plated planet earlier that was, you know, like everything was just these hexagonal plates everywhere. Like as you're flying in, it looks like all these, like a honeycomb type shape everywhere. And as I keep getting closer, it starts to break down into smaller honeycomb shapes. And then smaller honeycomb shapes. I say, I thought I had some more of these in storage too. I said maybe it's over here on this spot. Nope, I had. There we go. There's some. We'll take those out for now. I think it was this one. Yep, electric cube. Yeah, safe for rehousing, you know, glitch from a malfunctioning planet. I can toss that in. Definitely something I'll have to go find some more of. I think that would just be really interesting. Have like one base where I just cover everywhere with these weird glitches. I did do like a Stonehenge type look on that one base using the pillars, which, you know, admittedly is kind of interesting, but could be better, you know. Not my best work. And speaking of this, some comment I saw come in just before the stream started, somebody mentioning building like a stairway to heaven kind of thing. Build until it won't let you build anymore, then put another base computer down and then keep building. I don't think I want to try that. That just seems like, you know, not very much payoff in the end for doing a lot of building work. Especially for something that's not going to be necessarily visually appealing. Kind of more of like what I would like is to have something visually appealing when I build. Yeah, I'll just keep the cadmium there. That's fine. Let's see. We have got a new warp. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I was trying to get the new warp thing so I can actually test warping with this, because I have never used, or it's been a while and I only used it once. I've never used the ship, capital ship, to do the warps. Okay. I would thought I'd talk to you about warping. Engage warp drive. Okay. So I was going to warp, and I did increase my jump range, so I do have a nice bit of jump range, but not great. And of course I can't, it seems like it tells me the system type, but nothing with scanners, because I don't have like the other scanners. What was that named? Yachagod. Yachagod. That seems kind of like I want to make. I want to go there just because of the funniness. Okay, chromatic warp shielding required for that, but not that. Okay, temporal warp computer required. So that's blue. That's green. Okay, and then yellow. All right, so I still need upgrades, which I have not secured yet, because I haven't gotten enough. Was it the upgrade, the salvage frigate modules? Yeah, let's see. That's the. Well, that's amplified. So red. And that's just gonna give me more range, and then the green. Okay, so yeah, blue. That's okay. I can still warp to those. I just have to go and jump in with my starship. So we'll do that. We'll just go warp around with the starship. You think after a certain amount of time, you wouldn't need an upgrade. Your character would just develop a little bit more lung or whatever it is organ he uses. You know, it. You know, to breathe, and then a little bit more leg strength. You know, be able to run farther, and not just be like getting tired out the same amount of time every time. Okay, I've visited that one. I have not visited that one. Oh, I didn't do the scanners for this one. I forgot about scanners on my go. I forgot to do scanners on this, didn't I? See, I got the launch charger, that. I forgot to install scanners. Conflict scanner, not worried about that. That is what I do want. Economy scanner. Economy scanner is more important. You want a place that's got, a good economy. Make sure you're going someplace where you can make some money. Uldadomi. I just kind of feel like I want to go to a place just because and it's not even letting me scan it. Like, is that uninhabited? Like, most of these have stuff. That one doesn't. Oh, let's try that one. I just want to see if it's got anything. Tie down spheres. I don't have that one. I do have one that's like dodecahedrons, like the whatever something sphere, the ones that you can like open and close, like they made a toy out of it. But yeah, there's a planet somewhere that has that for me. I found those. Icy planet. I got that. And actually, a decent number of worlds here, stuff to check out. No space station. And I'm assuming that haunted Emerald Planet. That's a new one. I don't think I've seen haunted yet. I'm intrigued. I want to see what haunted means. Yeah, no scanners for that. I know. It's just that I wish they would do that. I wish they would just go ahead, instead of the living ship, as cool as that notion is, they need to just make it where you can upgrade your freighters the way you do your starships now, because I have got a really good looking freighter design and I want to upgrade the class on it. I don't want to keep hoping I find a better class one, a class S, that has a similar design look that I like. That'll just take a long time and a very, very good bit of luck for that. And I guess the haunted part is that it's very gray, or maybe that's just the storm. I see storm crystals. Let's see, there's that one. 91. We're going to 91. Yeah. Extreme hazard, but I am okay at the moment. We're roughly the same distance, but I got my super protection stuff, which helps, and we're going to go ahead and pump it up. That was like 2. I made the right choice coming here. Yes, I'm in the first galaxy. I haven't left the galaxy. To my knowledge, I'm still just in it because I spent more time just worried about building and such. Well, I know it's got to be uninhabited because who would want to live in a system with a haunted planet? And I'm not getting the haunted part of it yet. I'm not seeing what's so haunted about this. Like, am I going to start seeing ghosts? Am I going to see sentinel ghosts? Like, so it's like sentinel, and oh, hey, it's not. I mean, for a haunted planet, aside from the heavy storms, and the fact that it's got like this kind of very gray color, the temperature's fine. It's not like I'm sitting here boiling alive, freezing to death. I'm, you know, at a comfortable temperature. And I'm starting to feel like this is maybe one of those things like an Azure planet where it's just more about the change in the visual colors, like how things show up. We'll go fly around. It's reinforcing the notion I got that there's just a lot of different adjectives used to vary up the names more. So there's like icy planet, frozen planet, cold planet, frost planet. You know, there's a couple others I've seen. All of them for it's cold. That's all it is. It's a cold planet. Oh, it's snowy planet. Yeah, there's stuff like that. It's a cold planet. You're gonna be cold, and there might be some good skiing available there. But, you know, it's the same theme to the planet in terms of how the planet looks, the, you know, temperature range, and it's just several different ways to describe it. And I feel like that's what this is. It's like haunted planet, and it's really just more about the fact that I feel we're going into like we went through a filter and we went from color to black and white. Almost a sepia tone type planet. Like, what was that, what was that show? They made fun of this. There's that Sci-Fi Channel show where they made fun of all the different, like, space shows. But they also made fun of the Mel Brooks movie Young Frankenstein. So they had, like, a part where it's like a planet, and as soon as you went into the atmosphere of the planet, you went black and white. You lost all color, everything was black and white, and it was like Transylvania themed. What was that? Tripping the Rift. That was the show. They did like the movie, like a movie for it. And it's all animated. It's like had a, can't remember the other one, but I know Carmen Electra did a voice on it for a little while. And yeah, in the movie they made fun of like the Young Frankenstein movie. Kind of, I guess, not really making fun, just kind of, you know, referencing it. But it's a planet. You go in the atmosphere, everything goes black and white. And it was all because it was the atmosphere of the planet or something like that. No sentinel ghosts. The corrupted sentinels I have already dealt with. I've already dealt with that plenty in other places. So I think this is just one of those places, there's nobody there, it's just a dead planet, and it's just a factor of that it's going to change the way it looks, you know, color-wise when you enter the atmosphere. See if it lets me target the moon. I'm looking right at it. You know, cannot. Oh. Derelict freighter. Okay, that is a new one. I have not come across a derelict freighter. I mean, derelict space station, yes. But not a derelict freighter. I had a couple of derelict freighters, actually. So do I... I wonder if this was like a trap type thing. Yeah, no.
Hostile ships approaching.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, bam, he hit me still. It's like, I'm dead, I'm gonna ram you. Oh, hey, look at that. Yeah, blew up, didn't really mean to blow up the cargo thing, but... Okay. Alright, so what am I supposed to do here? Like, just blow up stuff? It's either I'm supposed to do something with it or it was a trap type of thing. I mean, it shows red. I'm not seeing like any land here type of thing. Please don't tell me I'm supposed to try to fly in there. That's moving. I'll blow it up. I'll just blow it all up. How about that? Alright, seriously, is there anything I'm supposed to do here? Was it just a trap, like leaving the freighter so I'd investigate it and then they could come in and try to attack me? Yeah. The cargo ships are traps, okay. I think I can blow that up. Maybe. Yep. Boom! Oh, yay, look at that. Chromatic metal. Oh. So when you blow up the ship, they come after you. Alright, there's one. Oh, there he is. Uh-huh. Come here. Come here. Boom. Oh, yes. Alright. More junk metal. I've already got too much of that. Nope. There we go. Ice planet. About the moon over there I can't target. Hot planet. Ice planet. Ghost planet. They should have like peppers on that planet. Like you go to that planet and it's like, here's a little special pepper plant. There is a pepper plant in the game. Corrosive moon. Alright, so that means like acidic type atmosphere. Alright, come on. I know I can. There we get. Oh. Alright, but there. I'm not even looking at it really. I'm looking below it. And see, Sub-Zero Moon, same thing. The same meaning. It's just a different word. Just keep a bunch of different adjectives for the same stuff. That's all it is. Now, I'm just gonna go back. Can I show you the Indian farm? I can show you the big one. I still need to take apart the small one and repurpose the materials for improving the bigger one, because that was strictly just to, you know, test it out and do my little video. So we'll go. I can find my. Came back to the. I thought I came back to. Yeah, it's got my ship in here. Where's my ship? There it goes. Now it's like showing the marker or somewhere. There we go. Let's use the base because it'll be easier to teleport out. Jimmy, are you comfortable? Is that comfortable for you? You got your legs crossed. You got your front paws tucked over your hind legs. There you go. There, you don't even have to move. Don't get up. Yep, just stay there like that. It's showing like there's a resource deposit there, but you can't see a deposit. Like it's showing incorrectly over the deposit. I need to go get some indium anyway. I need to make some money to, you know, keep growing the amount of money I have. Let's just move this there. And what planet was that? What was the name of that one? That one. That's it. Hi, Timmy. No, you don't gain more right now. You've already had enough. You don't want to get fat. That's taking a little longer to get here. Alright, so Indian farm. Let me just. No, not. Like. This, and we'll do photo mode because it'll be easier to hover around. Look. So that's the big Indian farm. Solar panels, which I was going to do more, but I ended up finding way over there, just like outside the reach of the base computer, there was an electromagnetic hotspot, and it was close enough that I could actually stand in, like how I've got the dome here kind of thing as I try to leave. I could get to the very edge of the base building and then use the little, you know, drone camera move thing to let me build it. So I built that. So that's covering all my power for all that storage. And was it 8, 9? No, 10 total right now. So 10 extractors on a class S. So that's the other important thing, because you get so much more output volume on S class. So, like a Class C, you might be seeing, I think it's like 200-300 per hour, and this is 600 per hour. So, big difference if you find a Class S. And then, yeah, just all that, 108,500 indium. Now, you do get some from the, you know, extractors themselves. But yeah, that's that farm, and I've got that level. The idea was to actually possibly, once I break down the smaller farm, add some more solar power to increase the power output just in case, build additional levels up, build another flat level there and extend out even more, so that I'm trying to keep it within a roughly, you know, 18-hour range in terms of production, because that way it's not like I come and harvest everything and then the next night it's a little bit later. If I keep it around 18 hours, I know that if I play just a little bit earlier, it will be finished typically in time. And that way I just come here, I grab supplies. We'll go to the other one, because I know it's that one. Yeah, do the, you know, activated indium is fine. I mean, I'm assuming it's probably going to be harder to find a Class S for that, just because of the, you know, higher tier of the material. I found a Class C indium spot. I built the first farm, the one we're going to now, and then I walked, well, not walked, I used the little hover pad vehicle thing because I didn't want to do that much walking. I spent about 2 hours driving in one direction trying to find a better class deposit, and I found this one. So this is a Class C, and yes, there is a lot less storage capacity because it's a lot lower production rate. Yeah, 247, 247, 242, so, you know, 250, 300 range at best on a Class C location, which is why I'm planning to break this one down and use these to expand the other one and just keep kicking it up as long as I am getting at least, you know, around 18 hours on production. That way it's just short from the amount of time I might rotate back in and play. I mean, right now, depending on what you're spending it on, I mean, you know, before they had a very, you know, it was, what, 1.37 billion, I think, was the cap. And they changed that, clearly, because I'm above that. But, you know, unless you're really spending a lot, which means buying ships and scrapping them, which you do get money back, you do get stuff you can turn around and sell back, so it's not like you're losing a huge amount of money doing that. You know, I make about 55 million per round between those two farms. I figure if I get it to about 100 million per day of that, that's plenty, you know, to do enough. I mean, I barely even go there and collect anymore, and I still have plenty of money. 1.45 million or billion right now. And yeah, I've just been using the money to buy and sell, or buy and scrap ships to get my nanite clusters up. I was going to do it to upgrade the Baby Yoda named ship, and then I found this one and bought it instead, and I like it better. It actually has a little bit better fighting specs on it than the other ship. While we're waiting, because again, if you watch the video, you know, unless you want to mess up the economy and have the price drop drastically, which I've seen it where it took a week, you know, of me coming back every day before a certain system reset in value to normal for indium, sell to the NPC pilots. And if you found A class, that should be good enough. Just put a lot of extractors on there. Of course, you want to try and target the center as close as you can and build out from there, because the center of the deposit is going to be the highest output area. And then just keep building up. Again, depending on how often you can play. If you could play, you know, in the morning and in the evening, because, you know, you play before you go to school, play after you get back from school or something like that, you could probably set it for a shorter production time. Me, I'm good if I get in once a day. So, you know, every 18 hours is good for me. See that? 2 bases, 58 million. Just right there. Easy. And I didn't even look to see what kind of ship you have. What was it? C-class. Yeah, no. Not wasting my time. Make sure I sold everything I possibly need. Yeah. I got everything out there. Oh, okay, good. I thought it was about to land on me. C-class. So yeah, definitely not going to find much here if I'm already getting just C-class. Let's go. I'm not go to that one. We'll go to. What's I want to say that Uyamegu is another one that is a high quality system in terms of what their economy is. Yes, flourishing. That's what we're looking for. And it's a blue star system, so that's good. There we go. We'll go there. Now, go to the flourishing economy because you get better ships showing up. Especially if you're going to try to just buy and salvage. If you want to buy ships to scrap them for salvage to get nanite clusters by selling the modules, you want high class. You want A's, preferably. B's are suitable. S, I hope you keep most of those, because as rare those are to find, keep them. Unless it's like you find an S class and it's like, yeah, this thing is ugly. I have much better looking ones. I'm going to scrap it. Because, I mean, the better class, the better quality parts you're going to get back to sell for nanite clusters. Waiting for them to show up. This should be one. Typically, the flourishing systems, once you get the first ship coming in, you get a pretty steady stream of ships after that. C class, okay. So not off to a good start. This was with the exchange, it wouldn't be like this. Let's just see what you got to sell. I always like to shop this stuff too, just to see if there's anything really interesting. Just in case it's like, hey, here's a, you know, here's platinum or something like that. You can buy a bunch of platinum, refine that to nanite clusters too, if you want. It's not the best efficiency, you know, option, but it works. I'm gonna redo that while I'm thinking about it. Alright, dude, scram. You're scaring off the good ships. Oh, yeah, look at that. With my upgrades and all my extra stuff, 155 million for that little fighter. Now I need like a really, really good cargo ship, like S-class, decked out, completely like that, that I can then load up with other stuff and be like, oh yeah, look at that, that's now 200 million for it. It's getting into the range of the price of a freighter. B class. All right, so we got two more coming in. There we go. Now we've got it rolling. A and C. All right, so we're gonna get the A. That's not super cheap, but it's definitely not one of the really expensive ones. We'll buy if you got something good. You know what? I'll buy your Pugnium, just in case. Just because I needed some earlier. Yeah, extreme storms, that's why you don't want to be stuck there waiting. You just want to, you know, once you get it built, you want to leave it. I mean, 60 million, you know, it all depends again on economy too. That's why you want to sell to NPC pilot, so you're not affecting the economy. And again, it's just once you get to a certain point, you're gonna have so much stuff that, I mean, so much money coming in, you're gonna be like struggling to find a way to really spend it. That's why some of this stuff gets, you know, more expensive on like these upgrades. But, you know, when you're doing something like this, claiming scrap, a lot of times you can get like the storage augmentation and stuff. Since all the ships left, let's just go and look. That was a 3 million or 3.8 million units ship, and from that alone, that much. That's over 900 nanite clusters for 3 million units because I went with a Class A. Class C would have not given me that. That Class B is 24 million, and it probably would not even give me that much. It might come close, but most of the upgrades, the modules I would sell, would not be as high price, so you would not really get quite as much in the end. So ignore the price value of the ship. Go for the class value if you're going to do this method, because the higher class is always going to win out. Unless it's like 100 million unit Class B, then you might get more overall in terms of how many to sell. But keep in mind, you will be sacrificing 30% of the purchase price. You're not going to get that back, because it's only going to give you back the value of 70%. So $100,000 or 100,000 credit unit cost of a ship, you're only going to return 70,000 of that after you sell the materials. So stay with Class A. Higher class, the better. And stay with cheaper ones so you're not wasting as much in the way of money if you want to get the most out of it. It's not so much that you're trying to conserve your money, but it's more of getting more out of the same amount of money. You know, if you buy 10 ships for 3 million units or less compared to buying one ship for 30 million units, the 10 ships for 3 million units is going to get you more in terms of end results. And I don't want to pay you with nanites. C. Alright. Ignore it. A class, there we go. 1.5 million. So another good one. Oh, hey, I didn't even see that one. C class, forget it. So we're gonna just buy your ship. Not gonna worry about anything on that. Look how small it is. He had an S class module on there. Again, A class ship, got an S class module. So that means a lot better return for my money. So that was 1.5 million units. And in the end, I am going to get how many nanite? No, 600 nanite clusters for 1.5 million. Far better than what I would have got if I had bought. Probably better than if I bought this right here. If I spent that money, 9 million on this B class, I probably would get around the same or less. Let's sell this, you know, old junk parts. What is it? Oh yeah, plus 18% is always nice. Means I'm going to recover a little bit of that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all of it. So yeah, high value economy system, flourishing, something like that. Because that way you're gonna get better quality ships coming in, and more likely to see Class A ships that way. That's, yeah, I could easily, if we stayed here, if we stayed here for the next 15 minutes, which usually I end this after 2 hours, I would, you know, easily be doing that. And let's say, yeah, upload the system, 15 nanite clusters. Not a huge amount. It's 15 nanite clusters. So yeah, I mean, that's better for early game. But when you're trying to reach 50,000 nanites in order to, you know, buy a ship, upgrade class, like upgrade it to a newer class, a higher class, you need a lot more. So yeah, doing something where you can get 600 or 1,000 nanite clusters very quickly, a better option. Granted, there's plenty of options out there. It's just like making money in the game. You don't have to do one. I mean, actually, I've got activated indium on here. So, indium, you know, if you can find a good activated indium farm, especially like you found A class or even better S class, and you maximize it, activated indium, you get, you know, 949, 464. It's a better value per unit. It's definitely not worth it if you're just getting indium, like normal indium, and trying to convert it. It's not worth turning it into activated indium to try and sell, because you're really not going to see that much for the amount of effort to do the whole conversion. But if you've already got activated indium farm, then yeah, you're good to go. Just scale it up. Go buy as many, you know, components as you need to build everything. Just use your money. Go buy more and more metal plating and such that you need to build stuff. That's what I do. Just go in there and say, oh, hey, 70 metal plating from this merchant. I'm going to buy all of it. Is that? Oh. Let's get this one before he leaves. Actually, you know what? While I'm talking to you and you're not going anywhere, let's just sell. There we go. Alright. Going to buy your ship. 1.5. Ooh, another one. Let's see if I get this quick too. I like it when they do this, when you get like 3 good Class A's back to back. Like that. Then it's just a matter of trying to buy and scrap. Buy and scrap. Buy and scrap quickly. Where you at? Where you at? Hey, hey. There you go. Don't you, that is the right one. Yeah, don't you leave. You're going to talk to me. Alright. Sold you junk. And I'm doing that just to save space because, you know, I keep doing that. It goes into my inventory. I'm going to run out of room. If I don't sell it regularly enough. So just, if you have a time to do it between, you know, 2 purchases, do it. But you also have to remember you're going to have all that being stockpiled in there too. C class, Z class. You know what? I'll just I'll use you to sell this junk too. It's also a good way to get a lot of the storage enhancements. So when you find a ship you like and you buy a new ship, you can, you know, upgrade it without spending more money. I'm not gonna worry about the B class. Again, B is better than C, but if you can find A class, buy A. So that was 3 A class ships. And I got that. So 888, 305, 621. That's just because of how many I have stacked in. So yeah, that's a good number of nanite clusters there. Yep, I'm already closing in on 50,000 from this. Very easy. Easy to do when you have plenty of money. So start with money, then worry about this later. Money makes everything a lot easier in the game. Just like in regular life. I'm going to dump this here just so I don't have to worry about keeping in my inventory and forgetting to take it out later. Yeah. If you talk about doing, yeah, if you're doing electric or you don't have any electric fields around there, build batteries. Don't just worry. I mean, if you're doing solar panels, build some batteries, link them in, because that's what I did. It's not just solar panels, well, mine are working all the time. I make sure I have enough balance so that my farms are constantly working. Build batteries, and you could build them inside if you want. We'll go back to that base. Where is it? The Nervat, yeah. The way to do it is if you want to make sure it's going to run constantly, which is still, there's some bugginess to it. Like, when you're out of the system, it doesn't always track correctly on the day-nighttime cycle type thing. So you could come back and it'd be nighttime and you have no power because it was not charging during the daytime cycle for some reason. I've had that happen where, you know, I left, it was middle of the day, everything was fully charged, came back, and it was dead. But if I sat there through a whole night cycle, it never ran out of power. But yeah, you can build batteries, which are not like this one here. Of course, I do have the electromagnetic. But what you want to look for is how much you're using versus how much you're producing. So you want to be producing more, so you build up battery. And then what you want to do is look at how fast it drains during the night. So you want to be there for a nighttime cycle. You want to sit there and watch and see what time frame is taking for it to drain. So if it's draining too quickly, add more batteries. If you're not charging quick enough, add some more solar panels. You can run a base entirely off solar power and have it run all day, all night, even with a massive farm. It's just a matter of how much you have to build for it. You know, I've got, again, electromagnetic here, but in other places, I've got just solar, and it works fine because I have a large number of solar panels and plenty of batteries to make sure I have enough power through the entire night cycle. Granted, I don't have a bug cause a problem. So just do that. It's not a matter of having multiple bases in different places for it to run while one's out of power. You just put a lot of batteries. So yeah, if you can't find, actually, if you can't find electromagnetic, which again I've got one here, you just have to go into your tech. What is it? Oh, yeah, power industry. Go in there, build a bunch of batteries, link them together. The one thing I did in some of my bases was I put a switch in there between the batteries, the feed from the batteries. Always like link your solar panels to the batteries, then link the batteries to your base, so they're feeding in that direction. And that way, if you want to switch it off, what I used was the wall switch, so it's like a latch switch, so you just on or off. And I would feed to it and feed from it to the base. So if it was like, okay, it's using too much power, or I don't need it running, you could, you know, flip the switch, turn it off. I've done that with a few, but most of them I'm setting up and just leaving them going non-stop. Actually, I've got another, where is it? Yeah, Silverback. We'll go to Silver Base, which is one that I have only solar power, so I'll show you this. Plus, we're coming up on the end for the stream, so it's always good to answer questions at the end, because can't really start much right now. If I start something major, then it's going to drag on. And I think last time I did, instead of 2 hours, I did 2.5 hours on the stream, and can't do that tonight. So yeah, my silver production base, which is strictly for the silver production aspect, because it's just testing stuff. So I've got my capacity reach, so let's see. Well, actually, I need to take that anyway, because otherwise it's not going to do anything. I'll put it there. So I have no power. Guaranteed that's what's going on, is it's... Yeah, okay, 150 KPUs, 0 available. You see how it's draining on that with the storage. So, time until drain is buggy. Just as you can see, it's kind of counting up on the time until drained. So what you just want to watch is kind of how fast it's draining on each one. You see, that's really not draining that fast. You know, we're at late night. I have hours before morning. This is going to last me through the night, just like that. Assuming that's actually running. Yeah, it is. It's just not making the thumpy sound. So this is... What is this, a Class A here? Yeah, Class A silver deposit. So, I'm getting the same amount of kind of silver that you're getting from that one. You got on the Activate Indium. And, you know, you see 3 fills up this in 14 hours. If I really needed a lot of silver, I could keep going. I just don't need that much silver. But, all solar powered. It's running. And it'll run through the night because I have, let's see, how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batteries covering for 3 of those. And I actually could probably power 2 or 3 more and still be fine. So it goes back to how much you store for it. Just go ahead and make sure you put in plenty of batteries. Just do overkill. It's always... They're cheap enough in the end when you're making money with the base that it's no problem to go overkill. And you can always reduce it back if you're finding you're just storing way too much power. And apparently because I decided to enter here, I got a bunch of other stuff that I guess apparently it was not doing correctly. Okay. So apparently, yeah, it wasn't giving me everything I was supposed to get. So, it bugged a little bit. Jeez. Yeah, more than a little bit. That's a lot. That's a bug. That's me leaving the system to get more stuff. And again, I have too much chromatic metal. So that's even more money I was supposed to be able to get. More nanite clusters I was supposed to be able to get. But I didn't get it until I left the system and warped somewhere else. Warped to another space station, that is. Oh yeah, look at that. Bam! 50,000. So you got to see it. I broke 50,000 nanite clusters, and I don't even need to spend that now. Let's see how much I get money-wise off of this. With all this junk. Alright, I'm gonna sell to you. Alright, so I've got 1,498,000,000. And there we go. I'm gonna be very careful not to sell the wrong stuff. Oh yeah, that's my silver I just got, so that's gonna help a little bit. Alright, I think that's all of the extra junk. Oh, wait a second. That's a lot of activated emerald too. I'm not supposed to have in my exosuit inventory. So that puts me at 1,603,000,000. I got out. Granted, I did sell a bunch of silver. So I did kind of cheat a little bit with that. But still. I should have already been showing up. Not doing like it just did. That was a bug. That it took that long for it to trigger. More storage augmentation so I can upgrade my next ship that I randomly buy. Yeah. So there, 50,000 nanite clusters, and I went up in money. Let's see, what's my countdown on it at? 17 hours, 53 minutes. So yeah, next time will be, we'll have the new ship. I'll make sure to try to get some time in this week to finish that up. and have the ship ready to go for the next stream. But yeah, there we go. 50,000 nanite clusters. I'm just gonna keep buying, spending my extra money and building that up just for the fact that I know at some point they're gonna say, hey, you know how we can upgrade starships? Now you can do it for your freighters. And oh, upgrade from B to A class? That's 100,000 nanite clusters. A class to S? That's 200,000. So I just know that sort of thing's coming. They're gonna have something like that, and I'm gonna use it to upgrade my nice looking black Star Destroyer type ship. And I'm gonna need a lot of nanite clusters for that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on stockpiling them. You put enough extractors to make 17,000 per hour. I just focus on how many hours until it's full. Because, you know, if you're making a lot per hour and it's going to take 5 hours to fill up, you better be playing every 5 or 6 hours to maximize it. You know, it's the same thing with the farms, the plant farms. If you can play multiple times a day, it makes more sense to do living glass because of how quickly it can produce and the amount of money you get overall. But if you can only play like once a day or twice a day, then the other options are better because you're getting a better balance out of the amount of time you can put into it. So, you know, depending on how often you're playing per day, you know, I focus on amount per hour. I focus more on how much can I produce and how many hours, like how much storage can I have. So if I'm producing a lot, I don't even remember how much that was I'm producing. It might be that 17,500 per hour. I just want to make sure it's going to balance out to about 18 hours, 19 hours, so I get the most out of it. If I'm playing for a 3-hour period and whatnot, you know, it means I'm still going to be able to start a little earlier the next night if I want to and get all of those resources, be able to empty it out. So make sure you're balancing around your play availability for your schedule. Where have I put my ship? Where did I put my ship? I want to go back to my ship. I'm trying to remember what, or actually this is the one I came to. Yeah, this is the one I was in earlier, right? The chromatic fog plant. This is, so there was a space station here. I just didn't see it. Oh, where? There is Roralt B. Is that? Oh yeah, no space station there, but I do have that. I think it's that one. Wish you would show the, you know, system for the base too. Hey, Aljaz, thanks again for becoming the newest member. Thank you for that. Refining pugnium or refined salvage data? Are you talking about for money or for nanite clusters? Because, I mean, refining salvage data, you have to go out and find it unless you happen to find someplace selling it. Pugnium, you either have to find someplace selling it or go kill a lot of sentinels. Honestly, with the money I'm making, you know, I mean, early game, there's a lot of options that will fit very well, but for the amount of money I'm making and not needing to spend on anything, really, just buying ships and scrapping them is the best way to get nanite clusters. I was at, I was like 42,000 at the start of the stream. I'm up to 50,000 now. I think it was around 42,000 I was at. Ah, my lovely capital ship. That does, it feels like the Super Star Destroyer thing. The one, you know, the command ship that Darth Vader was on. Look at that, it does. It's black. Granted, they never had like, you know, kind of an orangish color. They had more like really dark Sithy red in cases, but that just looks like a mean Star Destroyer. I want to keep this ship. I want to be able to upgrade this ship because I really like the way this one looks compared to the last one. I am so ready for them to give us a way to do class upgrades and stuff like that on these. I will absolutely do a... I'll spend whatever it takes to do class upgrades for this, storage upgrades. Just because I like the way this one looks so much. I think if they do that, then they can go do like a living ship version of the freighters. Or add in the ability to have more than one freighter. So you can have like a second one and hire like a, you know, or you already got a captain. I guess you could have that captain do something to take them somewhere else. Then they could kind of cross over into the realm of what Ivorian does, which is that fleet management, and have an actual, like, not just frigates, but an actual, like, fleet that is commanded by a true capital vessel. Not just, here's my little ships going out. Let me send the big ship with them. I feel like I had stuff I needed to put away. Oh yeah, cryo pumps. Yeah, we'll put those away in that. I know I've got some of that stuff. Not in that one. I think it is. Yeah, there we go. There's some fusion stuff, and then I'll have cryo pumps in one of these. There we go. Always good to stockpile stuff like that. You never know when you're gonna need it. Apparently, I need to start stockpiling the daggers and Corvat's casing and stuff, because I needed it earlier and I was out for a change. But yeah, that's, well, I've got the egg, or not the egg, the brain stem thing maturing. Yeah. Careful attendance. I'm not really attending it. I just kind of have it, like, in my backpack somewhere. And, it's just, like, not doing anything. It's just kind of in the backpack. And thank you, Jazz. Alright, we're gonna do Timmy time. Timmy! Somebody wants you to be fat. Or, you know, fatter. Oh. Can you do your gremlin look? Can you do the gremlin look? Look up. Look up. Look up. He still looks like a gremlin when he gets there. It's like his ears just go out. Like that. Like, you know. If he was green, he would be a gremlin. Right? Oh. You eating too fast? Okay. Yep. Right. Is that good? Yeah, he gets his creature pellets. I don't have to worry about the Fecium. He doesn't seem to like the Fecium. He's all about the creature pellets. And of course, space chicken. He got to have some space chicken earlier. He was really happy about that. A little too aggressive. He kind of tried to bite my finger a few times. Alright. Yes. Wow. Oh, alright. Oh, look up. Come on, look up, look up. Oh, yeah, there you go. Ah, acid spit. He's like, whatever. He just likes the attention and getting treats. He's like, I know I'm on camera. Because he knows whenever if I get the camera, like my phone out to take a picture, he will look away. When he sees it, he will just... He knows he's getting a picture taken or video done. He doesn't want to do it. So I'm hoping he still hasn't quite figured out that that's a webcam above him. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so yeah, I've got the brainstem thing going, counting down. It'll be done tomorrow. I'll try to get some more time this week to play. I may have more time. It depends on if I get put into quarantine because everything shuts down from COVID stuff happening. Right now, I'm still working, so it all goes back to my availability to play. But I'll try to get the new ship ready to go for next time. And I'll just keep buying nanite clusters. I'll probably go in, now that you've got that in my head about the Indian farm, I do need to break down that small one that I just used for testing. And I'm going to ramp that other one up. I'm going to see if I can stretch the limit of my power production from I think it was 3 electromagnetic generators on that one. I think I'll still add some more solar panels too, stuff like that. But I want to stretch the output of that. I want to get to where I go in there and I like, this gets completely filled, and then this is almost or is filled, and I'm like having to. I don't even have enough room for everything. That's what I want to do. I want to have it where I don't even have enough room for the amount of indium I get from it. And then it'll be like, I'm making 150 million a day. And it's like, great. Now what do I spend it on? That's the problem. You make too much money at some point, you run out of stuff to spend it on. I think that's why I'm going to keep just stockpiling my nanite clusters and hope they're going to give me some upgradability on my freighters. So I could take that and make it a Class A, then a Class S, and spend like 500,000 nanite clusters or something. I do the rotating sometimes, Aljaz. Just I generally don't need to do much on rotating. On the resizing, I haven't really bothered with it. I don't want like super massive stairs when building. I mean, like building in here, I don't need to, you know, like I don't want to scale. I mean, in this case, you know, here I'm rotating. You know, if I do that, I can rotate a little bit, but it's still a lot of snapping in this. In most cases, you know, you're worried about the snapping more than anything else, so I don't really worry about it. Actually, I still need more stuff in here to build. There's just not enough to build in the freighter. That needs to be the next update. A big update for the freighters. Like just a massive, like all these new things specifically to build in the freighter. Only in the freighter. And just tons of upgradability stuff for it. I want something to automate farming on it. I want to be able to go and hit like a console that automates the collection like you get in the biodomes. You walk in, you click the little thing, it harvests everything from that biodome. Give us something like that for the freighter where you can have an automated harvesting system. Maybe something you have to like link together with like the way power and the supply chains link. Have something like that where it's like a control link. So it's like it links it, or maybe it is like a supply chain type link where you go and you are like you know, not wire, but you know, the supply link thing, you're having to go between the different parts, and then instead of necessarily a storage unit, which could be a cool option, have like a control thing, or maybe do a storage aspect where instead the hydroponic trays harvest automatically if they're tied to a storage unit. Like instead of you manually harvesting them, they can harvest on their own. Maybe even like a harvesting controller, like something that will sit there and say, oh, this is finished, harvest it automatically, put it all in storage. And you might have to have like, I mean, multiple storage chains for that, but that'd be kind of cool. That would really tweak the whole aspect of farming for money production, because you could sit there and be like, I only need this much like fungal mold to because it produces so quickly. I only need this much because it'll produce this much in like 18 hours, and they'll produce this much in a matter of this in this many hours. So it might let you really tweak with balancing out your farming stuff. Still not going to be indium and activated indium, stuff like that for making money, but it could be a very interesting option for people who are still in that state of the game trying to do that, because it would add that automation to it like we have with mining and gas collection. I at least want something on here so I don't have to run to every single plant and, you know, hold E down to harvest. I definitely think we need something at least better than that. So you don't go up harvest, 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 and do that. You know, when you get to a massive farm and that setup, which the freighters are good for, it's just time consuming. It's irritating. Let me automate it. Yeah, I keep hearing they're going to change the mineral extractors. Not so much in like how fast they produce or anything, but taking away the unlimited values, which honestly makes sense because it's not unlimited. But we've got to, you know, hope they are careful about it, because if they do it like, hey, here's a exposed deposit, you're gonna mine this out, you don't get a lot. These are deep deposits, and usually if you look at like on planet Earth, you know, you've got mines that when they dig down deep and they're mining, there's mines that will produce for years of production. So they don't need to make it where if they take the unlimited factor out, you're seeing there like, oh yeah, I set up 10 extractors and it runs for like 3 days of production, then it's out. You know, they need to have it where it can run for months at a time. Even though it is still going to be a very easy way to make a lot of money, it's still going to be realistic in that aspect, that it can't be something that runs out after like 100,000 in production or something like that. That's just not going to be realistic for it. Can you make the multicolored lights bigger? I mean, I could try doing that. I know the lamps and such are just terrible in terms of utility. Like, the colored lights shine out so much more than, like, the lamps. I'll actually go down to the base for a minute. I'm already over 15 minutes by what I would normally do. Normally, I'd be done by now, but once again, answering questions at the end, doing stuff, we're just kind of keeping going, and that's the wrong base. I need to go to this base. That's my gold base over to the other side. At some point, I'll break those down and not have them anymore. I have that and the silver one for testing purposes right now. And I have this one because it looks cool. I mean, come on. Why would you not want to build a base around all these? You know, it's like some kind of mythical place, you know, is what it feels like. All right, we'll go decorations. We'll do the lights. And we're going to go with a big red light, because all the other ones are kind of like just eh. Well, it does help at least a little bit with the alignment stuff that doesn't work right. Like, look at that. That's just... it doesn't line up right on them. I mean, it gives me a rotate. It's not letting me size it. Scale and rotate. Hold left alt, and it's not sizing. It's just rotation. I'm not even sure what color is or texture is really going to do for that. That's really not much of an option for that. See, that scales. So the colored lights, the multifunction lights won't scale. I mean, I could do that. That kind of has a nice look in terms of like just the ring aspect, but it's not really adding. That's a ceiling light. It's not adding light. It's not actually providing any light. So it's just the fact that I know I can actually rotate those. That's lined up perfectly. And now it's offset. So really, that all you can do there is do that careful little tweak for where it is, and then you get that. So yeah, still not great on the lights. Can I do... I can scale that. Let's just go with a big scaled up light. Oh, wait. Wrong rotation. Not. Now let's just go back here. We're just going to scale it up. We'll go mega light. It's going to look like a big construction site. Because I'm going to make the lights as big as possible. That's it. And it's not even powering. Alright, I'm going to shortcut. I always have a fear I'm going to mess up when I do that. And I'll accidentally end up clicking delete instead. I mean, it's lit up, and there's the light from it, so it's shining just way too far out. That's the problem there. It's just shining too far out. We're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna do... Ah, oh, no. As big as possible. Hey, you saw tent? And thank you, Aljaz. I'm glad you like the content. Yeah, it's, well, I don't know if it necessarily has to be the Kubrick's monolith. I mean, it does kind of have that look to the... That's why I thought 2001 Space Odyssey. Except for the fact that all the monoliths are broken. You know, 2001, the monolith was, like, perfectly done. You know, in the movie. And then was it the 2010 one they made with, oh, what's his name? The guy that was in Jaws. If you haven't seen that one, that's kind of an interesting one. Had him and John Lithgow and... I can't remember who else, but it was like 2001, we find the monolith, blah, 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 astronaut disappears. 2010, the ship reappears and we go out to Jupiter to rescue it. And we find out the whole thing behind, like, why the monolith was there. Or supposedly, you know, I don't think Kubrick was actually involved with that one. I want to say, I don't think he actually had anything to do with it. They just kind of like, hey, this was a really big movie. Let's go kind of copy it. And we'll just try to do a little tweak to it. Alright, you know what? We're going to do this just because I want to see if it will do it. I would hope if this works that they would have well, it's not going to do that. Alright, we're going to go outside and do this. I want to see, does it scale, like, overall, or does it scale, like, just sideways? Like, does it get fatter, or does it actually... No, it gets bigger, overall. That is... I could understand this one being a special case where instead of scaling like that completely, it would have scaled out, so it's like more seats around the table rather than just a unnecessarily big table. That could be interesting to use. I mean, it's got the little light. Can I build on top of it? Like, no, it's not letting me snap it. That'd be cool if I could just build on top of it using like a foundation. That's what it looks like. It looked like a foundation. Like that totally was a foundation piece right there. Again, it doesn't make sense why the whole thing... I mean, I know it's because it's extra effort to program it separately for these, but it would make more sense if they just spread outwards instead of got bigger like that. That would be an interesting platform to stand on just because of the light opening. But yeah, so the lights that provide the best lighting value cannot grow. And the other ones, like that one's just... There's nothing to that. That doesn't really provide much light. We'll go with a... We'll do a mushroom cap for this one. That's really what I feel like it is. It's going to look like just a mushroom cap. And that's... See, no light shining anywhere on the floor. It's just like a light stick there. It's better for a beacon than anything else. Like, alright, I'm gonna go over here. Oh, hey, I'm running. Ignore the markers already there. I can see the light stick in the distance. Yeah, I still think the lights need a lot of work in this. Oh yeah, the stadium lighting, that is kind of that look right there. Stadium lighting, I'm thinking like big construction site where they're working through the night, you know, and they're lighting the whole thing up with big lights like that. I am doing well, Uso10. Right now, I don't have the virus, as far as I'm aware. I have not had any symptoms, but of course, they say you are contagious for quite a few days before you actually even start showing symptoms. But as I said, right now, I'm still having to work. Nothing, no quarantine for me yet. I'm still working. And we'll be continuing to work until something is said specifically that I am having to quarantine. No, I'm not doing that one. That gives me just a naughty type feeling. It's like I'm putting a nipple on top of it. And of course that cannot scale. I would think that would scale. Or that. That's stuff that would be kind of cool to have it scale. Why do I need a lantern to scale? Seriously, what's the point of the lantern scaling? Oh. Let's see how it works. Oh, yes. I have got an idea on that. I'm not going to do it now because normally I'll go 2 hours. We're going on 2.5. But landing lights. Like, I mean, granted, we don't have a landing strip type thing. We have landing pads. But if I built, like, several of them in a row and just kind of made it where it's treated them like it's like a long strip, I could put some of the big lanterns like that, the big lamps, in like a sequence there, so it's like a landing light set for a landing strip. Actually, I wonder. Now you've got me interested. Now that I'm just messing with this, I want to see. I'm going to try this. I can, get around the way I want it to be. Yeah, let's see. You know what? Actually, we're going to do it this way because that's where the entrance is. If I do this... Okay, it is not wanting to cooperate with me placing it there. I was wanting to build it on the side and have it aimed down. That would have been nice. Like place it there and it just aims downwards. That's not working. I wonder how well this will work if I scaled it up massively. Does it actually provide any light for a change? Because it's, unnecessarily big. It's like a giant eye. No. There is no light coming from it. I'm looking straight up at it and there's just no light on the ground. It is not. That is all visual. There's no function for that. And my support struts have glitched. Yeah. Alright, so... I mean, doing that helped the lights a little bit, but it did not help the big lights that much. They're kind of too far out. It'd be better if they were kind of aimed downwards a little bit. Especially as you do this, or give you the option to rotate the light angling. But yeah, that's one reason I just don't really play with it that much, because in most cases, the stuff that scales really big, it's not really adding much. I mean, that's kind of a cool little look with this ring, but most of it just doesn't really help that much. The lights that really function don't scale. So, would I consider a base in space build? I mean, I guess you're the one that posted right earlier about the build up until you can't build any more, than build another base computer, keep building up until you get into space. I mean, if I did that, I'd have to do it as like I'm building and I'm basically stripping out the lower levels, since there's no real physics for the gravity aspect where we just fall. Like in other games, you take out the foundation, the whole thing falls. I would probably just have to build it as like I'm going to build up, then go back, extract from the bottom, go up higher, build up, extract from the bottom, keep going up like that instead of just this tower. I mean, I could do a tower, I guess, build way up using, I mean, if nothing else, I could build with the, cuboid rooms like that and just have this big tower that goes up in cuboid rooms. And as long as I could take the time to climb the whole way up, I might could, link, the transporter stuff, the little short-range teleporters, so I don't have to climb the ladders all the time. I'm still waiting for an elevator. Give me an actual elevator. You hit this and it raises you up to a certain floor. Yeah, don't want to have to do that. So I would rather have it where I hit that and I go, like, even if it's, I come in at the base of the tower, I go here and it puts me here, and right in front of me is another one that takes me to the next level. And I just have to do that. I could do something like that, but I tend to want to build more for either testing a certain function or because I want it to look nice. Like this has a nice little view aspect to it, and I'm not, you know, I'm not worried about the production. This is just so it looks better. Except for this. This is for looks, but also so I can get plenty of frost crystal, because that's just an easier way to make glass. It's so quick and easy to make a bunch of glass this way when you need it, rather than having to worry about getting enough silicate powder. Oh, look at that. Plenty of frost crystal. And we've got our little decorations there, and of course that's the little spot that leads down. Yeah, that's why this base is kind of done. I do need a new base build look idea, but I want to find something different, like some weird, just, well, granted, weirder than this type planet. I do have pillars to place. I've got the cubes to place. I need to find something like floating orbs to place too. I need just a lot of weird stuff. We'll do like a, wonder if I could find enough weird oddity type stuff like that to collect, that I could make a base, and it'd be like, I'm gonna call it like the collector's home or something, and it's basically for all these weird oddities, the glitches and stuff like that. I put that there, and it's like just, it's like a museum type thing, you know, for all this stuff that I've collected. Oh, maybe we could do that. Okay, I might try like a stairway to heaven type base. We might do that. Just to see the view from space. That might be a cool one just to do. If I do that, maybe make that the, you know, like stairway to heaven, and make that like the glitch museum type base. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of glitches. I gotta keep looking for more. I definitely want to build a base though, I think, where I can put them on display, hopefully. So that might be a future project. But yeah, for now, I'm already well past what I'm supposed to normally do. I usually go 2 hours. We're 2.5 hours. You've kept me going much longer than I need to be. So we're going to say goodbye. We're going to get Timmy to... Yeah, Timmy. Get. Oh, yeah. All right. One time. One trick. Who's my buddy? Who's my buddy? Who's my buddy? Get that. Yes, you're my buddy. That's my buddy. He said it, or, you know, he waved it. That's my buddy. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks again for Aljaz for becoming the newest member. I'll be updating the list to show you on there. Of course, thanks for showing up, You So10. Sorry you guys so late. Thanks, Spots, for hanging out. Everybody else that hung out tonight. Let's scroll back, try to make sure. Batman, I know I saw you in here. Robert, Azuden, Ricky, all of you guys, thanks for joining in. Jack, Beaver, not Bieber, Chris, just everybody. If I miss your name, I'm sorry, but thank you for hanging out tonight with me and the Timmy. We will be back for Saturday, whether that's tomorrow or in 2 days for you. Subnautica Below Zero, more building on that, because I don't think we've got a new update yet. But yeah, we'll be back normal live stream then. If I'm quarantined, if I'm not quarantined, we're going to keep the schedule going like normal. So thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you guys next time.